morning. It's a nice day out today. We've got Chuck here. He's a little quarter horse, and his feet are a bit chipped up this morning. So before we ride, I want to do a little trim. If you have a look, they're not bad, but they've just got some chips. They're a little overgrown, a little misshapen, and we're going to clean that up a little bit. So what I got here is, by the way, I'm in no way a professional farrier. I just do things. Trim my horse, fix my car. Doesn't make me a mechanic or a farrier. But we got an old Christmas tree stand with a stump in there, and that is kind of good enough for a farrier stand for your own horse. If they step down, you know, they could step on that or get their foot stuck in there. So it's not necessarily ideal, but it sort of works. Let's look at our basic tools. File, a nice sharp file, rough on one side, a little smoother on the other. I like to keep the case on it. So it's a basic tool, a nice set of nippers. Nice and sharp. It's got a left and a right hoof knife, hoof pick. Got some of this Fiscus hoof and hide balm. Smells like barbecue sauce. It's good stuff though. Keeps their feet moist, and it's like an oil you put on. It keeps the foot soft and keeps it from chipping. So we'll start. Keep your head to yourself. I'll pick his feet and we'll have a look. We'll pick up his foot. I'm just gonna rest it here. We'll clean out the manure. I'm going to clean around the perimeter. So this is a barefoot trim. I want to get that nice and clean so there's no stones in there. So this is a barefoot trim. It's just, here's a frog. It's nice and hard and dry right now from the heat of the summer. And these are the bars right in here. This is what they call the white line along the perimeter. This is the hoof. It's not a lot of hoof on there, but it's enough that you could do with a little trim. How much do you take off? How much heel do you leave? How much toe do you take off? I like to take off just enough to keep it from chipping. How much is that? Well, from this hairline out to the heel, a couple of inches here, maybe a couple of inches. You want this to be the same. You want the foot to be nice and balanced, same even shape. The beauty of trimming your own horses is you can leave a little extra. You don't have to take it all off today. You can take some today and come back to it later. Sometimes if you phone a farrier, the farrier wants to do you a favor, trim a lot. And that's not necessarily a good thing. Saves you money, but it's probably more than you need it, more than the horse needed, because you don't want to be calling a farrier every 3 weeks. So to start, I've started at the heel. I'm keeping the nippers at a 90 degree to the sole being right here, at a 90 degrees until I get to front of the hoof. And as I come around the front, the toe, I start to angle. Then what I like to do, start at the other side, work my way around to the toe. Again, at a 90 degree. Barely, maybe taking off like 1/8 of an inch. Taking it flush to the sole. There's my angle again, a little angled right here. Stand. I'm going to take my file. Another very good tool that I didn't mention is gloves. The file is very sharp. If you nick yourself with the file, guaranteed gonna cut yourself. Take the hoof knife and just trim the bars back a bit. You don't want them walking on those bars. Quit it. Stand. Right now his feet are dry, very hard, but that's the beauty of the summer. Quit. Stand. Now you notice that I didn't trim out any sole. I didn't take any of this sole off because I don't think it's necessary. Everybody does it different. Trust me, the sole will wear. Won't have to cut that out. It'll wear off just fine. It's going to take a little piece of the frog out here to allow the manure to kind of come out easier. Hey, hey. All I'm going to do with that foot. From this side, I'm going to put his foot down, give him a break. Now what I'm going to do is put his foot up here and file straight down just around the perimeter. I'm going to place it so it's going to be comfortable for him. Your foot, bud. No, don't lean back. Good boy. So straight down, just filing the square off the perimeter, making it rounded. You don't want to file the surface of the hoof because that's got a coating on it. You might think that it needs to be filed, but it's got a coating on it, and you file that coating off. It's just not what you want to do. He's such a good boy. Nice and patient. Oh boy. There. It's one hoof done. If you look, we didn't take a lot off. We took off that much. I can come back to it, take more off in a couple of weeks, or depending on how his feet grow. But I didn't have to take a lot off because I can come back to it and do more again some other time. So, then we'll do the back foot. This happens every time. You see, I'm about ready to do the back foot, and he took a poop, and then he stepped in it. Another good reason to wear gloves, right? So what I'm going to do is just pivot him over a bit, so he's not standing in that. Get over out of the way. And now he's got his foot clomp very full. Step up. Step up. Come on. Good boy. Yeah. Ooh. Let's get that cleaned out. Do a close up. Hey, just rest your foot, bud. Be a good boy. Now we're almost done. fast enough? I want him to bring his foot forward up on the stand. I'm going to use the smooth side and file straight down. Yeah, for oh boy. Fancy anyway. No. So what I'm doing here is filing these chips out. Chuck, for the love of God. Probably less than ideal situation with this right here. A lot of times it's nice to do inside the barn, but if you do it inside, you got a lot of crap to clean up, and the lighting's not quite as good. Here we go. There. They look very similar. Do the back one.
Boyfriend out there.
Barefoot, come on.
She's got like 4. She's so popular.
tug. No, don't do that. Rest your foot. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is oil and put on some of this barbecue sauce. Viscous. Yeah, you good boy. Just going to start from the hairline. Work down. It's a light coat. In the summertime, when it's really hot and dry out, it's good to oil your feet like that. The hose will dry up. You get a lot of chipping. But that's it. So, I mean, super easy to trim your horse. Just, you can take a little off. You can't put it back on.